So I thought I'd do something a little bit different for this midweek upload. The channel is big enough and I get a lot of comments and questions, and I will call them frequently made or frequently asked comments or questions, that I thought I would try and answer them in these midweek updates or uploads. I'm not going to do these all today, but I am going to kind of go and do these over the next few weeks, I guess. So I want to answer these questions and respond to some of these comments. So I've got 4 of them right now, and I'll give those to you in a minute. I'll tell you what ones I'm going to try and answer. But if you have some other questions that you'd like to ask of me, please feel free, because I want to make sure that I have, a good relationship with my community. So here are 4 of them that I've got right now that I want to share with you. The first comment, and I've had this one more than once, that you're not a real gunsmith. Okay, that's one. The second one that I get a lot is, you don't do restorations, you're not a real restorer. Okay, I want to respond to that one. Another question that I get a lot, how much does something cost? I want to talk about how much things cost. And the last one that I have on my list is, why won't you share your finish formulas or your secret sauce? So those are the 4 that I really want to kind of talk about over the next few weeks. And like I said, if you've got some others that you want, let me know. If this thing gets any traction, I've got a lot of other comments that get made or questions that get asked, and I can do more of this. So let's start out by tackling, you're not a real gunsmith. Okay. So my family has been in the gun business since 1962. Our retail store, which we've now closed down, or I closed down here a few months back, our gun shop is one of the, if not the oldest family-run gun shops in the state of New Hampshire. My old man started that in 1962. My dad was both a professional machinist and a professional gunsmith. In fact, I would argue that he and my uncle were 2 of the best gunsmiths in the country for their sort of grassroots knowledge and the things that they brought to the community. And I was a part of that. Personally, myself, not only did I grow up in that business, but I also worked for Ruger Firearms for 44 years. I ran their wood shop, and then towards the end of my career, I ended up going back into engineering, and we worked doing product design and development. So, am I a real gunsmith? Well, I'm not sure how to answer that in any kind of meaningful way, but let me tell you the thing that always predicates somebody telling me I'm not a real gunsmith. This screwdriver. This is a Craftsman standard screwdriver, and every time that comment gets made that I'm not a real gunsmith, it's because I used a Craftsman standard screwdriver. And I didn't have gunsmithing screwdrivers. Every video is a little bit different, and every project is a little bit different. But for all of you that have to be there, here is just a small supply of my gunsmithing screwdrivers. Now, let me tell you something. In this shop, I don't only do restorations on firearms. I also build guitars. I work on my cars. So I also, in my shop, I have an air ratchet. This is a machine shop. This is a restoration shop, a repair shop. I have an air ratchet. So with that air ratchet, does that not make me a gunsmith? I have 1-inch and bigger box-end, open-end wrenches, because some things require 1-inch open-end box-end wrenches. Now, would I use this on a gun? Probably not. But when I go to my mill and I have to make an adjustment on a mill, this 1-inch open-end box-end wrench is very, very useful. So, and Is this the tool of a gunsmith? I know, you guys tell me. To answer those questions, you use the tool that is required to get the job done. I use the gunsmithing screwdrivers whenever I can, whenever their need is there, whenever it is appropriate. But sometimes when you're dismantling a gun and you've got to get in and get it done, you use whatever screwdriver gets the job done. You use whatever tool gets the job done. If I were to show you the tools and the screwdrivers that my dad and my uncle used in their gunsmithing shop, you would just shake your head. I shake my head because Dad and Uncle used to make the tools they needed to get the job done. Okay, there was not just one tool. They had these things by the end of their 60-year career. These were all beat up and used up, and they would repeat and buy more, and they would get beat up and used up. They were ground, they were filed, they were everything. Real gunsmiths do what it takes to get the job done. So the question is not whether this makes you a gunsmith. The question is are you qualified or capable of doing the work that the customer is asking you to do? Am I a real gunsmith? I don't know. You tell me. Next one coming up next week, if this gets any traction, is you don't do restorations. You're not a real restorer. We'll talk about that one next week. Guys, thank you for watching this. I really appreciate it. I love you, and I will see you in the next video.